Hello everyone, Argsy here, and welcome back to No Creek Farms. We're here in the 4240 with the little spreader on the back with some lime in it, and I'm going to head down and get the field we ploughed last time, field 18, the one we haven't really worked in yet, and get some lime spread on that. I've already got the workers down here in the 4840 carrying on cultivating in the big field, so they're certainly getting across that pretty quickly. But today, what other plans have we got? I want to get some fertiliser on this field, field 18 as well, so I'll try and decide whether to use some solid fertiliser, liquid fertiliser, or maybe some slurry or manure. We do have the slurry spreaders full of, or pretty much full of liquid manure, so we may look at using that. And I also have been keeping an eye on the commodity prices, particularly for our soybeans, and they're sitting around the $40 mark, so I'm not going to be selling any of those yet. I'm really keen to, because I really want to get some money in and invest. A lot of you have been giving me some great suggestions on what we should be doing and what we should be investing in next. So I really do want to be able to get those soybeans sold and get some more money in the account. But I've also noticed the milk price is rising quite steadily at the moment, so we'll keep an eye on that throughout the course of the afternoon, and if the price gets to a good point, we will look at getting a tanker load sold. I think we've got enough to sell one tanker load, so that's kind of the plan for today. And if we can get everything done, we might even manage to get the corn header on the combine and go and get started over in the backfield on our corn. So plenty to do, plenty to keep us busy, and looking forward to keeping the farm growing and developing. So I'm going to get this lime spread, and I'll talk to you again soon. So obviously a bit of a change in plans for what I had outlined earlier. I decided I better get down and help the worker finish this field. I'll need their help if we're going to start on the corn harvest, and figured to get them finished as quickly as possible, it would be best if I came down and gave them a hand. So we're down here. They're heading around the headland, as you can see. Not quite sure where they're going to go once they've finished their headland passes. Which part of the up and down rows in the other little leg of this field they'll do, but we'll get this finished off, and I might just jump in and check the course and see which way they're going to go, and we'll do the rest. But that's a bit of an update. and let's just carry on and get it finished. The last little bit of the field here, you'll see the 4840 has finished, so somewhere along the lines the course must have got a little bit confused, maybe a waypoint right on top of each other, and they started on the headland passes when they were still meant to be doing up and down rows, but that's okay. It wouldn't have been any worth them coming in and helping me on this little bit anyhow, so that's worked out quite well. It's 4:30 in the afternoon, so I think we'll get everyone packed up, head back up to the yard, and then look at getting down here in the combine and getting that cornfield started. So I'm looking forward to getting in and getting that done. I'll see you back up at the yard soon. Just here at the yard in the workshop, we've got the combine here, got the corn header put on that. I've just come in to give it a bit of a service and check to see what needs any work done on it. So actually the combine looks to be in pretty good nick there, so, and the header just needs a little bit of work, so we'll get that done so that they're both in tip-top shape to get down into the corn. I have got the, oops, that's not what I wanted to hop into. I wanted to hop into the combine. Go up the ladder, there we go. So we've got the gravity wagons on the back of the 4840, so I think with that we're all ready to head down to the field. Yep, we've got the augers all set up, but before we do, I have had a call from the co-op and the milk price is over $6 a gallon. So before we get down to the corn, I'm going to jump into the tanker, which is here in the shed, and get a load of milk put into it and run it down and get it sold. Alright, so there we go, just under 4,000 gallons. So we should be getting, well, 4,000 gallons at $6 a gallon's over $20,000, $24,000 or so. So let's get down there and have a look. This will be good. We just pulled into the sell point for the milk. Just before we do, I'll just have a quick check on what the price actually is. There we go, $6.15 per gallon, and it's still rising. So we'll get this sold and see how we do. Not a bad mathematics in my head there, just over $24,000, so nice income. So if we can get a few more cows and start producing more milk more regularly, it could prove to become quite lucrative for us. So after that little detour to get that milk sold, I've got the worker here driving down, bringing the combine down behind me. We've got the gravity wagons. So we'll get down into the field, get the combine set up. I think I'll let the worker do the combining, at least to start with. And we'll drive the wagons and see how quickly they get filled up. I imagine it's going to be pretty quick. Right, well here we go. Finally getting started on the corn harvest here. I'll just get the header unfolded, get the worker cut in on the field. Then we'll look at getting a course plate course set up for them. So there we go, already a couple of 3% in the hopper. 211 bushels an acre, so we're certainly going to get a decent yield off this. But let's just quickly set a course up for this. Still had the course for the field 14 loaded. Right, so we'll do 3 rounds, start working on headlands clockwise. That all looks alright, so let's see what it comes up with. Alright, that looks pretty good to me. It worked last time, so let's send the worker off. We'll ride along until they're about 80% and then come back and pick the tractor up with the wagon. So we're not even halfway around the field and already have the full combine. In fact, I'd hazard a guess we might not even be a third of the way around. So we're going to be pretty busy running these carts, gravity wagons, to keep the combine going, particularly when it comes time to head back up to get it unloaded. Going to be a few trips back and forth between here and the bins. There we go, pretty much exactly 3 loads to get the whole way around here. So that's where we started. Just that little bit there. So we'll get backed up out of the way once he's finished offloading. And at least now we'll be able to drive along beside and offload on the move now that we've got the first headland open. There you go, 77% in the combine, and the gravity wagons. decided to cut in a slightly awkward way, but fortunately they were able to get down and back without having to unload, so we're on the right side. It does mean though, I'm probably not going to empty the hopper out, which is going to make it harder to get to the farm and get to the yard and get back before they fill up, but we'll just have to make do with what we can. So 3 headland passes and just this little bit of a cut in here, and we've got close to 1400 bushels of corn already, so we'll head back up, take our first load to the yard, and we won't forget to bring the fuel trailer back with us either. Just getting around the corner here and get lined up with the auger. Just before I drive over, I better go and get the other tractor on the auger. Otherwise we won't have any power to it. And I've just heard there from the worker they're full already, so that answers that question as well. We won't get down and back in the time it takes them to fill up. Alright, there we go, got the tractor in place. So let's see how we can get on with getting these unloaded. Alright, there we go. It's going to take quite a while at the rate they're unloading at. It's only about 20% of the first wagon. Alright, there's the first one emptied. Get the second one done now, and then get back down to the field. Alright, there we go. Well, let's get back down and get the combine unloaded. After all that talk about having to refuel the combine, and I completely neglected to bring the fuel trailer, or even see if it would connect to the back of these wagons. So I'm going to have a chat to the worker, see how dire the situation is on fuel, and if I have to go back up before we get these full again, then I guess that's what I'm going to have to do. Just stopped in the combine with the worker, and we've got 23 litres of diesel left in here, and we're chewing through it at about 90 litres an hour, so probably only have another 10 minutes or so of fuel, maybe 15 minutes. So on that basis I think we're going to have to go back up and grab the fuel trailer. So we'll just get this around once more and unload it, and then as soon as that's done I'll race off and get that back down here. Well, as you can see on screen, the combine's thrown a error at us. Told us it must be refueled. So we've just got this down here now, and well, he's taken the fuel he wants, and I'm going to carry on going. So that was good, although I would have thought they would have taken a bit more, because that's only about 100 gallons. Not sure if it'll refuel while we drive beside. Probably not, because that wouldn't be very safe. There we go, we've got that done. I'll get this dropped off. I'll see if I can hook it onto the back of the gravity wagons to take it back, and we'll get back to work, get back to unloading the combine. Alright, so here we are team, getting the combine unloaded again. We've knocked out this corner of the field, so probably a bit over a quarter of the way through it when you take into account the headland passes that have been done, so making some pretty good progress. I'm going to make this the end of the episode. We'll finish off the corn harvest next time, and hopefully we'll be able to start selling some of this product we have. Certainly starting to pile up in the bins. So if there's if you got some suggestions on what I should be buying, what I should be upgrading, please leave a comment down below, Let me know what you think I should get. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, and if you don't already, appreciate it if you would subscribe. It's great to have you all here, and I hope you've really enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one.